What's up, people? Welcome to another episode of the Gaming Out, episode 34. 34, sorry, 35. We're talking about a lot of game reviews at IGN Live, Summer Game Fest, two drops. What else? PlayStation State of Play, Xbox Showcase. There's a lot going on in the game world just this week, and not just this week, like
Okay,
everything going.
I don't know what happened, but your mic kind of is like,
Yeah, you're breaking
Is it
up a
messed
bit.
up? Can you hear me?
yeah, it was now it's
Now we
sounding way
can.
better. Like,
Okay. Sorry. Anyways, Games Fest. A lot of games. I'll fix it when I'll fix the little mic issue when I edit it. But we're recording this on Sunday at 5:07. It is Sunday, June 8th, 2025. I'm joined by BJ.
yo,
What's good, man? And Caroline.
Hi.
So let me change this real quick. 1 second. Oh no, that's fine. All right. So we are gonna get started. The first thing we want to get started with is actually scratch that. Shout out to Johnny. He's sick, going through some things. So anyone who's been watching, give a good shout out to Johnny. We love you. We miss you. All love from us. Shout out to D-Lo. He's taking care of some personal things. Nothing bad, only good things. So they will be joining us. Not today, but they both promised me that they will be back soon. So it's just gonna be us three today. You're gonna have to deal with us and
Miss you
take it as
guys.
it is. So I wanted to get started off real quick with the Switch 2. Initial thoughts. It's only been a couple days. BJ, I know you played it. We went to the midnight together. So just tell me what you feel, how you feel about it. Looks like you're probably
hey,
grabbing it right now. So he's
I'm
grabbing it.
so jealous.
So give me your initial thoughts, man. Even the console, the Mario Kart, just how you feel about everything, whatever.
um, so what was that? The fifth? So I've been three. Well, yeah, like 3 days. I got it at the midnight release, but I didn't really get to play it that first day. So it's been about 3 days with it, and I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's some groundbreaking thing, but it's definitely been fun, and I've been enjoying having it, man. Um, as far as like some of the smaller issues that I had with the original Switch and questions that I had when we were watching like the preview and everything before it actually was coming out, I think they did a good job, man. I really like the stand. I know it's a small thing, but that was a thing that I was real big on when they were like showing the design of it and everything. And I think it's actually really good, man. It's like it's got some like you pull it out, it's got some resistance to it. So like you can kind of adjust it however, like if you want to go all the way back like that and do it, or if you just want to, stand it up regular. And it holds up really good, man. The thing for me was like, kind of like later at night when I like to right before I go to bed, sometimes I like to just lay in the bed with it. I can stand it up in the bed, it doesn't fall over. My original Switch used to fall over. And then to go even more into that, the added USB-C port on the top was also like it's such a small thing. Don't get me wrong, it's a small thing, but for me, it is making all the difference already right out the box.
Wow.
Um, yeah, and then like as far as like the software and playing it, it's been good. I got the expansion pack so I could play with the GameCube and the Game Boy Advance games on there, and I probably spent most of my time playing Fire Emblem on the Game Boy Advance so far. But no, man, I've been enjoying it. I've really been enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to what they're gonna do with it with these next coming months, especially with the retro games and stuff, because that's mostly part of the reason why I wanted to get it from day one. So
What were the games on GameCube? I'm just itching to know.
right now they have Soul Calibur 2,
Oh my.
uh Zelda Wind Waker, uh F-Zero,
F-Zero, yeah.
and I think it's not that many. It's only like 4 or 5 or something.
Uh-huh.
Those
But
are all
yeah,
big ones though.
yeah. Wind Waker, F-Zero, Soul Calibur 2, and maybe there's another one that I'm missing.
I think it's one more, but I can't think of it. I think it's one more.
Yeah, I can't think of it right now. I guess I could look real quick. Let me just save this. I was in the middle of a Fire Emblem gameplay.
Not many.
Uh, yeah, my bad. But no, man, it's been fun, and I definitely am not regretting my purchase. That's for sure.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Oh
I'm
no, yeah, that is it. So, yep,
just them
just those
three.
three games
Okay.
right now. Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Yep.
The midnight release thing was cool just because you get to relive that again. I love that. So just meeting up, I was with BJ, and it was a ton of people. I just think that whole aspect of everybody going somewhere for the same thing is just cool. Like everyone going to a football game to watch football, not going to this and people looking at that, looking at that. I like that aspect, so it's cool. Talking to people online. As far as the Switch, to me, it feels better. Of course, a little bit larger, but it feels better. Feels good. um, I wasn't a big player of my Switch one, if I'm being honest. So this one, I'm playing a lot already. Um, as far as they added game chat, so that's cool. Me and BJ can just hop on Mario Kart game chat. I won't say it's the best quality, but it's cool. Like it's just cool to have that they've joined the ranks of game chat finally. Uh, Charging seems good. My battery seems good. I'm gonna get a skin on it. My daughter, we had a skin for her, so I'm gonna get a back skin and skins for the Joy Cons. The dock I got right here because I usually only play in dock mode. So I play it on this monitor that we're doing right now. Pretty sturdy. It has the Ethernet port right here, which is good for me, so it's not lagging. Things like that. Which brings me to Mario Kart World, which I'm having just the grandest time of. Very, very good. Having fun in the knockout tour. Like I said, out of all the games I play, including Gear to War, the one I rage over the most, crash out, whatever the kids say these days is Mario Kart. I get a little bit too into it. But I've been rolling with Baby Daisy because regular Daisy's not unlocked. Rosalinda, go screw yourself. Excuse me, and for all my Rosalinda fan. Rosalinda, she just popped up out of nowhere, and now she's like in second place. Like it's supposed to be Peach, Daisy, and her, and now she's just taking her place.
Hey, bro, I like Pauline.
Oh,
Pauline,
yeah.
she's unlocked
That's
too.
the one I like.
Um, but I've been doing really good. Finishing, I've won three knockout tour races. I've came in third way too many times to count. So every race I'm getting in like top eight. So that's my goal. Y'all know I'm pretty competitive. It's very very fun. I love one thing I love about Mario Kart is that when you get on there, you can they don't I don't see it no more now, but they show like the score. You can see like all right, I'm almost 9,000, but you can see like people who are I'm like oh this dude's gonna be hard to beat. This person just started the game, so you can see that they used to when I used to play it on the other one. They used to have where all right, Caroline's from this place, Andre's in Mexico, BJ's in Australia. I thought that was cool, kind of knowing where everyone's from. You playing with like the entire world. Um, the gameplay on the game is cool so far. I think they make it more accessible, more easy for some because the race is not like it's not one person who's. I haven't played a race yet where one person is just well out front. I haven't played any races like that. They're pretty close races each time. One race I came in, I was in first. They hit me at the goal line. I came in third. The next race with the same people, that same guy who beat me in first, someone hit him at the goal line. He finished third. I finished first. So he sent me a little message on there saying, not fair, something like that. So that was cool. Um, I could play the game all day, especially since it's new. I'm a big proponent. Like if I brought something new, why am I not gonna play it? So especially since it's brand new, I'm playing the heck out of it, and I'm really really enjoying it. Playing it on my lunch break at work. So just having a good time with it. So yeah, that's my thoughts. BJ, is there anything you still kind of unsure about or anything like that with it so far? It's early, but
Mm, I mean, my only issue is, and I understand why a lot of people wouldn't want to get it, is there really is not that much that comes with like launch. Like the only, like I said, the only new game is Mario Kart. Everything else is was on the Switch One and is upgraded, or is a third party title that already been on Steam or PlayStation or
Mhm.
Xbox. They only have Mario Kart. I feel like they should have like had some other thing. Even like, and even the GameCube is cool as there, but they give us just 3 games, which is even that's not that much. So I don't know. I'm just excited to see where they're gonna take it from here. That's where I'm thinking. And then also just to kind of put a little input on Mario Kart. What was it? Yesterday, I spent a lot of time just free roaming, just because I wanted to see what was there. I've seen a lot of people saying that the free roam is not like there's not a lot there, but I might have to disagree with that. Like I rode around for like maybe like an hour and a half just doing free roam stuff, and there was plenty of like there's P switch challenges where you hit the P switch and then you have to like do some kind of there's different challenges. Like some of them are like time trials where you got to go through a course and you got so much time and you get added time every time you hit a checkpoint or whatever. Then there was one like I ran into one where you like get into a spaceship and you like you have to abduct the coins. So you kind of ride around on a spaceship, like abducting the coins. There's also like a bunch of cows and stuff. So you like abducting the cows also. Just some random thing where there was like a charging chuck riding around and you had to like catch him with a green shell, and that was like a challenge. So I don't know. I feel like I don't know what people wanted, but I feel like the open world has plenty there to do for me. Like with the I mean, you have that plus it's not meant for you to do it forever, but I feel like there's definitely content there, and I just don't see the complaints on that.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know when I'm gonna get to that open world.
And
I
the
ain't
thing
even
is,
gonna
you got
lie to
people like
you.
you that don't even need that. Like there's just the racing modes are enough for you. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
The server didn't crash, did it?
No, I haven't had any issues with any kind of crashes or anything.
Mm.
I will say though, one other complaint that I have, and I had this issue with my last Switch, and I don't know if it's just like something with I don't know, like, but I have a thing like with the Wi-Fi. Like right now, I'm in my room, and I'm not that far from my router, but for some reason, I get like horrible download speeds in this room. Now, if I take like 5 steps, matter of fact, because like right now I'm re-downloading Pokemon and I'm re-downloading Melee Smash Bros. And like right now, sitting here in front of me, and also I was just thinking, maybe I should get up real quick and put it out there so these are download. It's telling me it'll take 28 hours to finish downloading Pokemon. But if I go outside and set my console right in front of my router, it'll go down to like taking like 15 minutes.
That's
Oh.
insane.
It's very weird. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if that's a thing with the Switch or a thing with my internet, but I also had that same issue with the original Switch. So I don't know what causes that. And
Hmm.
that is one thing I got a question about. And I don't maybe somebody out there that's more tech savvy than I am might
Will it
understand that.
say like so if you in your wherever you was talking about in your room, it says like 28 hours, but then you as soon as you go out and stand right next to it, it immediately goes to like 5 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, it'll like soon. I mean, it kind of gradually starts speeding up, and then it'll like start like right now it's at 29. I'll walk outside, it'll go like 25. Then it'll go to 20, then it'll go 15, and then it'll like settle somewhere around like 15, 20 minutes
That's
to
crazy.
download it. But
Maybe
like
you're in
right
a
now it
Faraday
says
cage.
29. And I don't know why that is. Like my PlayStation 5, I don't have any issues with the Wi. And then even yesterday
Oh.
when we were playing, I was sitting in the front room to make sure that my connection was good because if I was playing in here, I would get disconnected from the game because of my connection.
Damn.
So I don't know what that's about. And my PlayStation doesn't have that issue. Like I've never had any issue playing online with my PlayStation. So that is my one thing that I don't know what's causing that, but it seems like something weird with the Switch. That was also a thing that I had weird with the Switch One as well. That doesn't again, it could be a me thing. I don't know. I have to do more research into it, but it seems to only be happening with my Switch. So
and
I did want to
my
throw that in there.
my little complaint about Mario Kart, I've been complaining about this for a couple carts. They got to get the items to do what the items are supposed to do. I've been playing Mario Kart for a long time from the past. So, like, if you got like a golden mushroom, it's supposed to boost you up. Or when you get a star, you're supposed to be invincible. I remember in the past when you got a star and you was invincible, but it also gave you a speed boost. I don't, in my personal opinion, when I'm playing, I don't think they're doing that. It's like making you because you should. If you got a speed boost, you got a star. You're supposed to be passing people, not
Right.
keeping up with them. And it seems like sometimes I know they tried that they adjusting and things like that, but it seems like sometimes I got a star and I'm staying with the people. I'm like, how is this even possible? That shouldn't even be
Right. You
happening.
should be
So
banning ahead of them.
yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's like a balance thing that they
Well, they did it on
changed.
the other one, Mario Kart 8 too. They did, so maybe they've been trying to balance it for a minute.
Could
Maybe
just
I
be
don't know.
another update.
Yeah. So early impressions. I think I said about 2 weeks. We're going to hit back up with that and see how me and BJ feel after about a month's time. Because once we get to there, it'll be about a month and 2 weeks. So like I said, a lot of games, the game stuff this weekend, the Future Games Fest, Future Games Show, whatever you want to call it, Summer Games Fest. They had a lot of reveals, a lot of games. The show was pretty long. I want to start off with Caroline. Did you get to see it? If not, did you get to review it? Anything you liked? Anything caught your eye
I
from the show?
did. I did. I think I watched about 3/4 of it. There was a lot going on, that's for sure. There were three games. I wrote it down on my phone. There were three games that actually caught my attention. Echoes of the End, which I think was like the second game that they
Okay.
showed. So I think it's like action adventure RPG. That one was really cool. Looks like something that I would definitely want to play. There's a game called Constance. So it's a Metroidvania type of game, and I really enjoyed. It was really reminiscent of Hollow Knight to me. So that's something that I would absolutely want to play. I loved Hollow Knight. I'm excited for um, skills or Silk Song, which is the next Hollow Knight in the series. So I really like that. And then Seven Deadly Sins, which is like an anime. They're making a game for that, and that actually looked really cool to me too. Bloodstained, I think, was also on that too, as well as like the PS5. I know we're gonna to that too, but that one looks up. That looks like something I would try out for sure. But yeah. Oh, that's Persona. Look at what's that.
This is Sonic Cross Worlds.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they had a bunch of guest characters in the game.
There you go. Oh, because it's Sega or
Yeah,
Capcom.
Sega. Yeah,
Yeah.
bunch of Sega. So like Yakuza.
Yeah. So yeah, I was with the Summerfest games. I was really impressed. But there was also like a lot of games to the point where it did get a little bit overwhelming for me
Okay.
to keep track of what um what was going to be available this year. I'm glad there's so much available. Like it's really exciting there's so much available, but there was also a little bit overwhelming at times just because it's like, oh my gosh, what should I get? Or what should I really focus my time and energy on?
Okay.
That was yeah.
Mouse PI for hire. Okay. Game of Thrones. BJ, what about you, man?
As far as Game Fest,
Yes, as far as Game Fest. Anything?
honestly, there wasn't a lot that really caught my eye, to be honest. Though the main one that I really was like, okay, this is definitely something that I'll play when it comes out was, and we already actually saw it, so it wasn't even like a new thing because they showed a very small portion. I can't remember which one that was where they showed it originally, but the Stranger Than Heaven, which is kind of like a Yakuza game.
Okay.
I don't know, it's like a successor or whatever to it, but it seems to be like a little more brutal than your average Yakuza game. That was the one that I'm actually looking forward to playing because that was always my issue. Like in Yakuza, you always do all this stuff, like you're fighting these guys. You're like, I mean, I guess you're hitting somebody with a motorcycle or something that's already kind of like, kind of cartoonish already at that point. But it's like you do all this stuff to these guys and they're like technically not dead. You just only knocked them out. And like for me, I always thought that was stupid. So this game where it's like, okay, you're actually like, no, these people you're murdering them. Like it's a small thing for me, but it's like, okay. I always kind of lean toward the darker side of things, if I'm being honest. So that's the main one from there that actually caught my attention. And then there's like some other little stuff that I thought was okay. Like what is it? It was one that was kind of like a roguelike. What is it? Oh, yeah. Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree.
Okay.
Like that looked like a little something that I would play casually, just get a couple of runs in, see how it goes. Other than that, I honestly I kind of stopped paying attention almost halfway through when I was watching it. So, oh, and I guess I should also bring up the well, what was that? Was that play? No, that was never mind. That was for PlayStation, so I'll wait. Yeah. Uh,
I mean, for me, I'm a big fan already. So Resident Evil. I mean, there ain't really much else to say. I mean, Resident Evil just a great franchise to me. It looks like they're going in a different direction, which I didn't like in the past Resident Evil. So we'll see what happens. Resident Evil 4, known as one of the best games to a lot of people, many people's favorite game. I like zombies, so I want them to have zombies in it, not necessarily sidewinding kicks and doing crazy stuff like that. So spinning heel kicks, like that's not my kind of thing. I just want zombies and shooting and the stuff like that. I get it evolves, and they said this one is supposed to be an evolution, so we'll see. So Resident Evil 9. I am a big fan. Dilo will tell you this. I used to always chalk up or lift up Dying Light. So they got a little Dying Light expansion. That's another horror game. I'm really into zombies. I'm really into horror, just in general, the movies and everything like that. So that was one. Trying to think. I don't think anything else. They had a couple of little games, but nothing from the Games Fest really just it was a little bit lackluster for me. I watched a little. I was watching a little bit with BJ before I had to leave, and we both kind of sat there saying, ain't really too much for either one of us. And they had a lot of games, so that's I'm gonna say that's maybe bad if we both didn't find really anything that we kind of gravitated toward. So yeah, it was okay. Resident Evil 9 though, big. Get. I mean, I know most of the people on our podcast said they haven't messed with Resident Evil, but it's such a great franchise, man. And it's not too scary. I mean, if people think it's scary, to me, it's not too scary. But I could see some people might not liking it for whatever reason. So yeah, Resident Evil 9 is my big one from that. That was yesterday and Friday, and we had a Sony State of Play. Let me bring that up right now. I think this video that I'm gonna look at, hopefully it got timestamps. Let's see. Hopefully it got timestamps. I'm gonna try to find one with timestamps. Anyways, Caroline, did you get to see this one has timestamps? Great. Did you get to see the Sony one? Did you get to review it? Anything you liked from the Sony one?
I did. Nothing really stood out. I mean, what was really funny was that they had updates to Astrobot. I haven't played the game yet because, again, backlog. But they're really trying to milk this game. I don't know. Maybe they're on the Game of the Year high or something like that. But like they really highlighted that. I'm like, how about something new? I don't know. I know that we always talk about like Astrobot, whether or not we deserved Game of the Year. But yeah, that was a little bit weird to me. There's this game they also had Metal Gear Solid, so it's actually nice that a new Metal Gear Solid is coming out. There's this game I think it's called Nioh, Nioh. That looks really cool. But I think it's not just for PlayStation. I'm pretty sure that they showcased that also on the Summerfest games. Okay. But that one really, yeah.
Nioh, you said?
Yeah. Right, it was like a samurai game that looked really cool. But like at least like from the preview, I saw the game mechanics looked really cool. So something I would probably.
I know Nioh is like.
Is it Nioh? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Nioh.
Nioh 3, yeah.
That was I'm not familiar with the series at all, but like when they showed that, it was at least like the gameplay looked really cool and something that I would play and pick up. Action adventure.
It's kind of like a Souls-like game, but it's like a little faster pace. Yeah. I don't know. Souls-like just don't be doing it for me. I ain't gonna lie. This one, like out of all the Souls-like series, though, this would be the one that I would play. Just because, like I said, it's a little faster pace and more kind of like parrying, and I can always get behind that kind of stuff.
Right.
Here it is. I did see this. So.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks good. Yeah, it looks good.
It looks like it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
BJ, anything from the State of Play PlayStation?
State of Play, at first I was kind of like, but then kind of looking back at it, like just to get ready for this, I'm like, okay, there was some things like I don't know, it's a lot of stuff that looks interesting that I'm just not sure if I'm gonna play. Like obviously the big thing, the Arc System Works making the Marvel team game, the new fighting game getting ready to come out. Now, I like Arc System Works. They're a very credible fighting game developer. They did Dragon Ball Fighters. They did the Blaze Blue series. They did Guilty Gear. I mean, they're very credible, and they usually always make good fighting games. So I know it's going to be good. I was just a little salty that And maybe it's just the weeb in me. I was a little salty that they decided to do Marvel instead of like an anime that I probably would have appreciated more. Like, but I mean, I know I'll probably end up playing it once it comes out and all the hype starts to build up just because of the fighting game player in me. I'll probably end up playing it anyway. But that one was one that I'm like, okay. I mean, that's at least notable to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, if we're just talking about new stuff, I mean, they showed more of the Silent Hill F. I'm probably not gonna play it, but the person that does the story for it, Ryukishi, his like pen name or whatever is like Ryukishi 7. He is the creator of one of my favorite animes, Higurashi. So I'm not gonna play this game because I'm gonna crap myself trying to play this game. But I will watch somebody else play it. So I'm curious to see the story for that game. I'm not gonna play it myself because I just can't do it. But I will probably
So
watch
what's the
somebody else.
difference with you? So you just don't get as nerve wracked when you watching?
It's different just watching it compared to me actually having to be controlling it and actually playing the game. Yes, it's very
Okay.
different. It's different when you playing it because it almost feels like it's you. You know what I'm saying? Like this is
Mm-hmm.
so I can watch it like it's a movie, but playing it is a different thing. Like you see, like how I wouldn't make it to the end of that corridor. I would turn the game off.
Oh snap!
That was like,
Okay,
oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah. So that one it looks like it's got some promise, and like I said, my boy Ryukishi 7.
Oh,
Any
that's
kind of
insane.
story that he wrote, I am definitely interested in at least seeing and seeing what it's talking about.
This was nuts, yeah.
Then they, announced the.
That's crazy.
Like I said, I've been playing Fire Emblem, so they announced the Final Fantasy Tactics remake. Definitely another something that I would be interested in. Obviously Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. I've always been a big Mortal Kombat fan, and the new games just ain't doing it. So for me, I am glad to hear that they're like, yo, here's all the old games in a collection that you can play online with one
Right.
netcode.
What's the
Thank you,
matter with
because
the
I
new
can't play.
games?
Look, don't get me started. I am just not a fan.
I mean, I ain't gonna get you started, but you just
Especially
generally don't like them.
the newest one. Like, I don't know why they thought it was a good idea to turn Mortal Kombat into like a. I mean, it's not really full on tag, but like, I don't know who was like, let's add assist to Mortal Kombat. Um, that was a terrible idea. I mean, it's not even Mortal Kombat anymore at that point.
Like, is it like
Uh,
an MVC2 tag type of thing? Or what do you
no,
mean by
because
tag?
like you don't like you just have an assist button. Like you can't like
Oh.
actually switch to another character mid fight, but you could call another character out to do like an assist move for you.
Oh.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, I'm happy to. I'll definitely will be playing that, and a lot of these like classic fighting games, man. If they're gonna put them on the Switch, that's probably where I'm gonna get them at because I can play them on the go.
Right.
Uh, that was really probably about it. The rest of this is kind of like whatever. But no, there was at least 3 or 4 games there that I'm like, okay, this is something that I would be interested in playing. So I
Okay.
guess it's better than nothing.
I only have one. It brings back childhood memories. I said it's totally from left field. Me and my brother used to play it a lot, and my uncle a lot. One of the most exciting games for me this entire weekend. I was like, man, this dude is insane. But this version is called Everybody's Golf. It used to be called
Yep,
Hot Shots Golf.
I knew you were gonna say that.
It used to be called Hot Shots
I mean,
Golf.
it's a
And
classic. It's a
I
classic.
love it. Love it. Like if I
Yeah,
had a
no, like
PlayStation, I
absolutely.
would get it. I love this game. I love this franchise. We had some great memories. I was hoping it was on PC as well because I would get it right away.
Like I
Even
wouldn't
after
even
little
say this was out of
Pac-Man.
left field.
Okay. I didn't know it was so
I
known to
wouldn't.
everybody like that.
I
Okay.
don't know if it's
So,
known to everybody, but I definitely know about Hot Shots Golf, man.
Mhm.
yeah, that was my I thoroughly enjoy that. So seeing that game on there is just bringing me joy. Like you got your Resident Evils and your Gears, which I'll talk about in a little bit, but that's like one of the most exciting things. I was like, all right, and it's not the simulation golf, but it's not the kiddie golf either. Like it's pretty good. It's like a pretty good thing. It's not like Mario Golf ish. It's like in the middle of those two. So some good core mechanics, and I was playing that. I think PS1. I'm not sure when Hot Shots Golf came out, but I think PS1 ish. So everybody's golf is pretty cool. I hope it comes to PC. I definitely will get that since I don't own a PS5. So Sony State of Play. That's it for me. I didn't see anything that was the Astro Bot, like Caroline said. Man, I'm not really into like the Final Fantasy stuff. Uh, and the Silent Hill stuff seems cool. The Marvel, I know I told me and BJ talked. I love Marvel, but fighting games is just not my thing. Fighting games. I take a look at the real fights. Like if I'm trying to punch somebody, okay, boom, I punch, but they also get a chance to punch back. And I don't think fighting games do that. People can tell me that they do that, but I don't think fighting games give everybody an equal chance to hit each other. You gotta block this way, block that way, and then you can hold somebody in the air for like 12 hits. Like, come on, man. Yeah, come on. What?
That's the fun part about the game.
I'm not going to sit here and start talking about frame data and everything. I'm just gonna let you have it on that one, man.
I'm just saying, you know, me, you and I watched UFC. I watched UFC last night. A person in the ring, they take a punch. Maybe I'm better than the person in the ring, but they still get the chance to punch me back. They still, get the opportunity.
That's where the frame data comes in. At like, you got to know where to do it. Like, you can't just mash. Like, you have to understand that if somebody does a move and it's negative on block, then that means it's your turn. If they do a move and it's positive on block, then it's not your turn, and you can't press a button. Right. Like I can start breaking down the mechanics to you. We gonna be.
Torrance has broke it down for me as well since y'all do. But once again, my thing is like, okay, you hit when you see in a fight, it's like a dance. Okay, boom. The person still, no matter what the frame data or what's going on in the ring, I still have a chance to hit you. I might miss, but I got that chance. In
real life,
you know. Sometimes
at the end of the day, it's a game. Like you have to have some sort of mechanic in place. It's never going to be like a real fight, you know. Like at the end of the day, I guess you can play a boxing game if you want like actual like simulation fighting. Like,
but even that, the person still like. Sometimes I've watched people like, man, and this do block, and then their health meter going down and they get killed. It's like, well, they've been blocking the whole time. Like, how are they dying from, you know?
Or you can just do the Dago parry.
I don't know about
yeah,
I don't know about the boxing game mechanics, but
I'm just not a fighting game. You know, the whole what they call the bound, and you hit him and you hitting him, do, and he about to fall down. You hit him again, knock him back up. Can I get a chance to hit you? Can I get a chance to hit you?
That though, there's absolutely ways around that. You can parry in these type of games as well. So you just got to get the timing right. I mean,
yeah. Well, I'm gonna leave that to y'all because I won't be getting the timing right at all. So I'm gonna leave that to y'all.
Yeah, you got to know, man. You got to know when it's your turn.
Right.
It's a very important thing.
That's very true.
But it will always be your turn eventually.
Can't block the whole time.
I done seen. I mean, some people. So I mean, because I've seen people. It's like, who is that? Chun-Li. Let's just say she's doing that little, and the person blocking, and then when Chun-Li's leg stops going, then she hits something else. They still blocking because they don't know when to attack.
You can parry that though.
But that's them not knowing when to attack though. But your chance is there. Like you gotta look for these fighting games, man. If you really want to get into them, you have to practice and like look at all the data to know. Otherwise, you can't just visually. Some moves you can visually tell. Like if somebody do a Shoryuken and you block it, you know you're gonna be able to hit them when they come down.
Right. Once they come down, and they'll be wide open.
But some other moves are not as obvious to tell. Like you just kind of gotta like get in the practice mode and look at it. That's why all these games have the frame data in practice mode now, so you can learn.
No players.
Yeah. Which also, again, what was that? I can't remember which one that was on, but they did announce the new characters for Street Fighter, the new season. Oh. They're bringing back Alex, Sea Viper, Ingrid, and Sagat. Those are the characters coming out for Street Fighter 6 season 3.
I think that was the Games Fest.
Yeah, okay. I couldn't remember. Again, we done had all three of these things in the past 4 days. Some of it might be blended together for me, so you might have to forgive me on some of it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk off air about this fight game stuff. I'm genuinely intrigued. I swear I am. I am genuinely intrigued. I mean, Torrance is trying to break her now. I got another friend who does he was in the Evo thing, like big turn. He's moved back to Michigan now. He's pretty good at fighting games back in the day. So I'll show you guys his page one day. But he's pretty good in the fighting games. He just actually got a arcade stick and he hooked it up to a Switch too. So he has like a million. He has so many arcade sticks, it's ridiculous. But he was the frame data and all that stuff. And to me, I just want to change. A basket. You playing 2K, you make the shot, the other team get a chance to go. That's it. You playing Madden and one team scores, the other team gets a chance an equal chance to go. Now I gotta time it real quick and then hurry up and I don't know. Y'all both y'all gonna have to explain it.
Some people like that.
It's fight. I mean, like you said, in a fight, ain't nobody gonna sit there and go ahead and take a swing at my chin, bro. No, ain't nobody doing that. Like,
right, but we watch fighting. The other person does get a chance to hit them back
if they know when to do it. But we done seen plenty of fights where it's a dude just backing up the whole time, not really throwing nothing.
But he's not really throwing something, but he can throw something.
I mean, you taking
he's
that
waiting
risk,
for a sign. Yeah, he's waiting for.
I mean, you can throw something, but you might get counter hit because you press it at the wrong time. Like, I don't know, like, or again, like that's why I'm saying you got to know the data. That's really what it comes down to. But then there's some people, in certain characters, which sometimes you end up where they got all kind of plus frames, so they can really kind of go for a long time. So I mean, you do kind of have the issue with let's talk about people can talk about Ken at the beginning of Street Fighter 6 and how broke he was. It's just mostly because he's got a lot of advantage. I don't know. It's just,
and I'm on that too. I could go all day on my not really issues with fighting games, but that's another one of my issues with fighting games is if I got Broly, whatever you want to call them, and I'm going against Krillin, there should be no. Our powers are not equal. There's no equal power. Hold on.
The issue with that would be
hold on before you go. Have you ever played a game of Madden or 2K where you pick the old Pistons who was trash and you can beat somebody who be in the Warriors? Because I have. That's the same thing. You can pick a weak ass team against a strong team and still win.
Yeah, I mean, you can pick a weak character and still win if you actually know how to work that character.
You know how to use a character, yeah.
But that doesn't happen because they level off their energy.
I mean, fighting games, it's just like, I don't know. It comes down to the design of the characters. Which ones have, again, some of them have better frame data than others. Some of them have better mix-ups. It's complicated, man. It's complicated. Then some of them might have command throws, which throws a whole other thing into it.
I'm thinking like a game like Mortal Kombat where, all right, everyone's on equal level. They all mortal, But when you talk about like Dragon Ball Z and you got Super Saiyan 1 Goku against Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, well, he's supposed to be stronger than him.
But you can't design it that way because then some characters is just like, you can't even put them in the game. And then why? You know what I mean? Like, you would never be able to put Krillin in any Dragon Ball Z game ever because he would be the most worthless character. You don't want to limit it like that, though.
Well, that's why I just gave you the example of playing the Patriots of 2000 against the Lions who went 0-16. Some people can get on Madden and actually beat them.
Some people can do that. But if we talking about a difference between Broly and Krillin, there's literally nothing you could do if you wanted to actually design it that way. And that's why games like Spark and Zero don't last that long because they're actually kind of designed like that, where Krillin is actually just a weaker character than Broly to the point where nobody's going to use Krillin because he sucks.
Mm.
Yeah.
He's never going to get used.
Or you just use him for story mode.
As for fighters, you probably could get away with using Krillin because he had like some good mix-up and like setups and stuff. But I don't know. Like I said, I could go on about this all day.
Me too, because I got a lot of questions. I've always been like that with fighting games, though. That's the only genre I really don't play. I'll play for fun with friends, but nothing real serious because I just don't. It is what it is. So on to the. Go ahead, Caroline. Sorry.
No, I'm just a firm believer of like it doesn't matter how weak your character is. If you know how to use the character, then against an OP character, it might take a while to beat the OP character. And I'm thinking like Smash Brothers, like you have like your S tiers, your A tiers, your B tiers. It might take a while, but like, the better player I think is always going to win. Like not the character, right?
I agree. That's what I'm kind of saying. That's why I agree with you. But it's not always, it's not always built like that. So it's what it is. The one that happened today, the Xbox showcase, a lot of stuff I'm seeing online is that this was the best one. I'm not sure if it was or not. To me, looking at it, I feel like it probably is. They had a lot of stuff for me. But BJ, I know you got to see it. What did you think about it? What did you like from it?
What I like from the Xbox showcase.
Yeah.
There was a few things that I liked. Um, and I'm sure you could agree with me on this first one. Grounded 2.
Oh yeah, that's one on my list. So
Grounded 2. Definitely hype for that one. And they kind of showed a little bit. I guess I wasn't really paying attention at that point, but they kind of went over a little bit more of it like after the show was over. If
okay,
you like,
I
if
didn't
you
see
kept the
that.
stream up, they had like a little thing for it. And
Caroline, you know
Grounded
anything
2.
about Grounded?
No, I don't. What is it?
Okay.
Tell
It's
me
Okay.
more.
it's like another survival game, like how we were playing Power World, and you like
Hmm.
build. It's
Mhm.
kind of like that, but you're like kids that kind of got shrunk,
So,
and
Honey, I Shrunk
well,
the Kids.
yeah, they got shrunk, and they were like, this is. I never really got far enough to see the whole story, but there's like a whole story to it, and they're shrunk, and now you have to like build to survive, and all. There's obviously you're in the backyard, and there's like bugs, so
So,
you got to
Caroline,
fight
all
them.
this, not to
Oh.
cut you off,
Yeah.
BJ, all this
No,
is
no, you're good.
built, it's built like Power World. So we build all this stuff like this.
Oh, that's cool.
Go ahead, BJ. My bad.
Is the goal to unshrunk yourself, or is the goal just to like
Kinda.
survive?
Because there's like a story to it, and there's
Hmm.
like
Okay.
missions and stuff. So there is a story there, and there's a goal of things that you want to do. But I never really got far enough to know. But there is basically, getting through the story, which I would assume involves, getting back to normal size. I'm sure that's part of it.
Right.
Um, yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. That I think I'm sure it's gonna be on Game Pass. So um, another like different one before I go to like my main one, which we already knew was well, I already knew was coming. But the Clockwork Revolution, that like was a newer looking game that looked pretty good. It looked like it had some good humor. It kind of reminded me of like a Bioshock in gameplay. And then it looks like it also had like where you could like make decisions, like in the trailer where they showed the two guys and the guy was standing in front of them, and you could keep talking to the guy behind him. He's like, "Yeah, stop talking to this guy." And then he like smacks him in the mouth with like a candlestick or something because you kept talking to him. Where it's like, okay, maybe if you didn't keep talking to him, something different would have happened. He wouldn't have got smacked in the
Hmm.
mouth, right? So that this looks like an interesting game that I'm kind of excited to play. That's actually something different. Um,
Okay.
Oh, that's
and
interesting.
then of course the big one for me, one of my personal favorite RPGs that I already heard all the rumors because the voice actors were already complaining about how they didn't get recasted for it, so that kind of leaked it. But Persona 4 is getting a remake, and of the Persona games, that one is my favorite. So I'm very.
I
And they didn't
read
show
about
much,
that.
but this. They only showed this.
Damn,
They
that's
didn't
it.
show like nothing. But I
That
think that
was quick.
personally, I think that they didn't want to like have to reveal it yet, and they don't have much for it yet. But again, it had gotten pretty much already leaked, and everybody knew it was coming. So I guess they were like, "Look, let's just give them a little something, just so they can have the official know that it's coming out."
I did
Uh,
read about that, by the way, but they're not using the same actors. Do you know
yeah,
why?
yeah, I forget. I think it was Yosuke. Yosuke, I don't know why, but yeah, the Yosuke's voice actor had an interview where he said that they did not recast him to do the role, even though he wanted to do it. And that's kind of like part of how people now know that the game is coming out. Like nobody knew anything about this
Hmm.
when he said that. So that kind of like I don't know if he did it on purpose because they didn't recast him, so he just kind of spoiled it in a way. But that's how I knew that it was coming. That's how everybody kind of knew. And even like I was looking at some stuff before this came on that said it was almost guaranteed that they would show it,
Hmm.
and they did. So yeah, I don't know why they're not recasting these people. They even for Mario, like they were talking about how the voice of Peach
Peach,
wanted
yep, yep.
she wanted to do her role again. They didn't recast her either.
That's
So I don't
weird.
know, like what that's about. Like I don't know if they getting somebody for cheaper or something. I have no idea. I always assume it comes down to money at the end of the day because that's the bottom line. Um, so yeah, those were my big ones. And then I saw they're doing an Invinci. I don't know if anybody's watched Invincible in here.
I have
They're
not, but
doing
I do know what it is.
they're doing the Invincible fighting game, which I don't know how to feel about that. Like maybe it's good. Hopefully it's good. I like Invincible, and this kind of like has now motivated me to go catch up on the most recent season because I haven't watched it yet. But it could be something interesting.
Okay. Why do you say you don't know how you feel about it per se?
Yeah, look, with fighting games, man, it's a very delicate thing. Like, I didn't see which company. I have to look into the company to see if they have any like like Skybound. I never heard of them with any kind of fighting game. So I don't know. Like I said, like the Marvel one is Arc System Works. We know Arc System Works makes good fighting games, so I don't have to question it.
That
But
is
the
definitely Final Fantasy 16, by the
yeah,
way.
that was announced for just coming to Xbox basically.
Gotcha.
Which yeah. So I mean, the Invincible fighting game. Hopefully, it'll be something interesting to play. And I didn't know if it was coming to Game Pass or not. But if so, I'll try it out.
So is that the first? Then it's not an actual series, or it was a TV show turned into a video game
Yeah,
type of
it's
thing.
a show on Amazon Prime called Invincible. Yeah,
Oh, okay. It looks
yeah,
cool.
and they're taking it and making a fighting game out of it, which I was surprised at. I didn't know. Like, I know a lot of people like Invincible, but I didn't know it would have enough clout to be like, yo, we're dropping a fighting game.
That's another way to make money, right?
We'll see. We'll see. And there's a lot of fighting games coming out, so it's gonna be in tough company there. With the Marvel one coming out, there's the League one that's still coming out, and now this one. So I don't know. It's gonna be some tough competition with that. Oh, and Ninja Gaiden 4. They showed more
Mhm.
gameplay for that. The original announcement I was not like super hype about, but they showed the gameplay for it really, and it looks good, and I want to play it. So it looks like it might be the best Ninja Gaiden game that they have ever come out with.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm like going
Uh,
over like all the games.
no, that's perfectly fine. Showing that you watched it, you went over it. I don't mind. I like it. Caroline, did you get to look at it?
I didn't get a chance to, but like the stuff I've seen so far, that's really cool that they're finally putting Final Fantasy 16 on the Xbox because I very much enjoyed that game. I think it was very underrated in my opinion. So I'm glad that they're sharing the love finally to the Xbox. Ninja Gaiden looks really cool. I remember that was in the last showcase. So um again, if I had an Xbox, I would get that. Um
Gamepad.
Yeah, it'd probably be on Game Pass. Yep.
right. Yep.
I think I already said it was on Game Pass for sure.
Eventually, I'll
BJ,
have access. I'm hoping to have access to Game Pass by the end of the year.
I would not blame you.
BJ, what did you think about the handheld reveal?
I think it look. I think it's gonna be a good idea. I don't know if they showed like a price point for it or whatever. But I'm sure it's probably gonna
They did
be
not.
somewhere in the range of because these kind of consoles already exist. The ROG handhelds are already a thing. But this is like an Xbox one that I guess is just supposed to be have better specs and it'll have Game Pass. I mean, just a handheld with access to Game Pass is just already. I mean, that's a dub if you ask me for anybody.
Did they
So
not have a handheld before that didn't have access to Game Pass? Is this like the first one?
I don't think there's. I mean, again, these are you could probably get them on like these ROGs because they
Mhm.
already, like I said, they already exist. But I'm not sure. But I know you can't get it on the Steam Deck. Obviously, you can't get it on the Switch. So
Mm-hmm.
as far as I know, this is going to be the place to play on Game Pass mobily.
It's
So
kind of like I just wasn't sure if it was like an Xbox and then Xbox Two, kind of like a Switch One, Switch Two type of upgrade.
yeah, no, Xbox hasn't done any handheld. I don't think yet. I think this is their first
First
time with
one.
it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
so and they're just kind of taking a handheld that already exists and like putting their name on it. Though, really, is what's happening.
Yeah. I think they. I don't know this for sure. This is my guess, my opinion. Maybe it was gonna take too long to produce there, so they're kind of like we talked about in the past episode. They're just combining to get it out quicker, get it out on the market.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not really a handheld gamer. Once again, this thing in here almost entirely will be played on dock mode. It's the chances of me playing it portably. Yeah, we'll see how. Even when I've been playing on my lunch break. I've still been playing it on a dock. I've been taking it to work. So, um, for me, I mean, the one I had to find it first. The one that we already know, anyways. One of my favorite franchises, Gears of War. So that anytime they can show Gears, it's just a shot for me. Love to see it gory, competitive. Not an easy game like Call of Duty. Sorry, Call of Duty people. You actually have to get in there and do some things. And once again, if somebody shoots you, you can shoot them back. But anyway, that's a story for another day. It's a fun game to play. Marcus Phoenix, Dom, Bear, Coltrane, the whole people, August 26th. So I will be right on that. I don't know if you guys heard of it's probably up here somewhere. High on Life 1 was a crazy game that a lot of people enjoyed. Those little guns, they talk, they cuss, they say all kind of weird stuff. So High on Life is pretty good, pretty fun. Steam, PS5, all that. Um, Reason is a Plague's Tale Legacy. I don't know if this has to do with a Plague's Tale Requiem that I'm used to. I don't know what that background is, but one of you guys got something going on in the background. What is that? Hold on one second. Let me see. No, it's not him. Man, what is the noise? Oh, okay. Caroline, something going on in the background. I don't know what that noise is. BJ, can you hear that?
Yeah, I can
Oh,
hear it.
it's my AC.
Okay. Just making sure. I'm like, what is that? Okay.
Gotcha. Sorry, that's my AC.
It's all good. So, anyways, A Plague's Tale with Amicia and Hugo's her brother. It's like I can't really explain it. It got these little rats and you can control them, and Hugo's sick. So, A Plague's Tale Resonance. I don't know if this was a part of that, but if it is, that's interesting to me. I like that entire franchise. So yeah, that's a good one. And then let's see. I'm gonna just do that for now until we do go back. Let me see if I can find any other ones on there. Though Gears was the really big one. Outer Worlds 2, I really like. The one that BJ said Grounded 2, I'm really into. I didn't start playing Grounded until BJ told me about it, that he was playing it. I just texted a couple of my other friends who I played with. It was four of us. I was hoping BJ I know four is a good amount for people, but I was hoping it, added a couple players, maybe up to like 8, something like that. I thought that would have been cool. They didn't really show much, so I don't know. It still could be 4-player, but yeah, I really like that. Tony Hawk, no Fall 76.
Yeah, what
No.
do you think about You see, they ripping off a Power World. It's like Power World ripping
Oh,
off a
that one.
Pokemon, the Animo or whatever.
Yeah. I was actually
Yeah,
gonna bring
man.
that up because
I
when
see.
I watched it when I got home, I thought it looked kind of okay.
Is that better, guys? By
You
the
can
way.
play as the Pokemon
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, this thing, I was like,
Yep.
oh, okay. Like I'll be
That was
honest,
the
I actually
first
kind
thing
of
I
liked it a
thought when
little
I
bit.
saw it was like they really like, hey, they said if Power
Scarita.
World can do it, we can do it too. I mean, at least they came with some more original looking shit stuff. Like,
I don't know.
I'll give them that. Like, it don't look like they just straight up copy and pasted this Pokemon.
Yeah, I look when I there was because I got home a little bit later. I watched that. I got to watch some when I was on the road. But then when I got home, I seen that was one of the first ones that came up. I was like, okay, like I didn't dislike it at all. I kind of liked it, to be honest. So,
Or what's that? Black Ops 7.
yeah, Black Ops
The
7
big
too.
the
I seen
big
that.
final announcement at the end of it. I'm like, dang, we're going straight to Black Ops 7 already.
Yeah,
And I guess
yeah.
they are coming out every year. I mean, look, maybe I'll play it for a week if it's on Game Pass, but
Well,
that'd
that
be
had me
about it.
thinking because the one that just came out recently wasn't that Black Ops?
Yeah, that's Black Ops
Okay,
6.
usually they going.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I said they're going straight to Black Ops 7,
Hmm.
which I found interesting.
Black Ops is my out of all of the ones to play. Black Ops is my favorite. The Modern Warfares and all that. Probably because the one I was the best in was Black Ops 1, so I kind of gravitate towards the Black Ops series.
I said I'll play it for a week if it's on Game Pass.
Just a week.
Yep, that's about it. That's what I did with Black Ops 6. So
favorite game for the weekend from the weekend for you. That's I guess my final question on the whole weekend culminated favorite game. It can be
uh
something you already said. So
I hate to say this because I know how we like to get on these type of things, but Persona 4 remake. I mean,
okay,
I love Persona 4. I love the music. I love the story. I love the gameplay. I love the environment. So I'm excited for Persona 4.
okay, Caroline.
I really want to try the Constance game. The one that I told you was very much like Hollow Knight.
Uh-huh.
I'm just a very big fan of the genre in general, and I get sucked in for literally hundreds of hours. And it's a very like the concept's very simple, so it looks really cool. Like I hope it's gonna come on PlayStation or even the Switch, just like the Hollow Knight games. But yeah, that's the game I'm excited for.
Okay. For me, it's not Resident Evil, one of my favorite. It's not Gears. It's everybody's golf, man. I really want to play that game. I really want to play that game. I want to play that game very bad, very bad. So I'm surprised, VJ. I'm like totally like usually that ain't some people grab it, so that you know it. I can tell you get down with the gaming, man. That you know that. There, Carolina, have you heard of Hot Shots?
That's classic PlayStation.
Heard of what? I'm sorry.
Hot Shots Golf. Have you ever heard of that before?
Yeah, I've heard of it before. I think I played it a couple of times back in the day. So no, it's a lot of fun. From what I remember, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. I really, really hope it comes to PC. Like I said, I don't have a PlayStation, so I hope it comes to PC so I can have a chance to dive in that with some friends because we will dive into that seriously, put some time into it. So yeah, that was overall the weekend. I felt like it was okay. I expected let me not sound like ungrateful. I expected a little bit more like flashiness, some big stuff. They had a lot of games, like Caroline said, but it could have been deemed as overwhelming. Like some of it was just kind of too much. And then some were smaller games. Maybe many weren't some that I was interested in. But I did get like Resident Evil 9 was big. Everyone's golf. And there's a couple other little things. Grounded 2. I put hours in that really because of BJ. I didn't get to play it with him, but he told me about it. And Caroline, that's a really good game. I'm actually on the final. BJ, you were saying you didn't beat it. I'm on the final boss.
Oh, so, okay. Well, now you got the incentive to go in there and finish it off before this new one comes.
Yeah, so if you're scared of bugs, don't play it. Anyone who's scared of bugs, don't play it at all. You can turn the bug level down because some people were freaking out over the bug. So it's a cool game.
Yeah, the spiders.
Yeah.
Can we talk about
less spider-like?
Like, and all this stuff came out once, and I don't know if it's because it's like halfway through the year or something like that. But like the Switch 2 came out, Xbox, PlayStation, PC, like they all came out at once. I'm like, was this planned? I don't know. Maybe it's a conspiracy, but like, to me, it was very overwhelming, and like I don't know. I feel like if they spread it out a little bit more, maybe I would have enjoyed these showcases and actually paid attention to these showcases more. Yeah. But there was just a lot of information overload for me.
This is all spread out now because E3 is no longer a thing.
Oh, that's right.
So now it's just like we get all these separate game shows instead of just E3 like we used to.
My thing was this is totally conspiracy, kind of what she said. Like all this stuff happened. Was this trying to steal the Switch's shine? Like what's going on here? Mm-hmm. Were they trying to steal their shine? Like it was all ironic, man.
This is every year, you know. They always do this every year with around the summertime to show all the games coming out and stuff. So I don't think it's anything like that. I just think the format is just weird now because of no E3. That's what I think.
Can't really demo it either.
Yeah, I mean, bring back E3. Bring back E3.
Bring back E3. It's been gone too long.
BJ, Caroline, when y'all think it would be better? So GTA comes out, people are moving their movies, they're moving this stuff out. You could put an argument that Switch 2 came out and people only on that and they ain't thinking about these shows. What do y'all say to that?
I don't think that's the case either. I think people are definitely looking at these shows.
Yeah.
But I mean, now like all these games have potential to come out on the Switch too. I mean,
yeah,
they're supposed to have the hardware for it now. I don't know. Nintendo, they very well could have done something. They just chose not to. They could have had some kind of Nintendo, Direct or whatever.
Well, they've been having them for we've been watching them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
they'll probably have more because there's not that many games that got released. It was really just Mario Kart and then whatever.
I saw a thing about Donkey Kong the other day where they were showing more about it. I mean, I guess they just don't really have much right now. Like,
did Donkey Kong come out too or no?
No, it didn't come out till. And that was another thing that I was saying. Like, and I feel like that was really like somebody somewhere within Donkey Kong's development, somebody like messed up or something. Because I feel like it seems like that was intended to be a launch game for the Switch 2. Because why is it coming out a month later? Why
I
not
think,
drop it
yeah.
at the same time? Like,
I was gonna say, speaking of what you said, I think it's already ready. Like maybe
I
they're
feel
trying
like it's
because
not ready.
I feel like it is, and they're trying to. Okay, you got Mario Kart. We're gonna give you time to play that. If we gonna get that SKU up, you buy it, you buy it, you buy it. Now we gonna launch DK. And I was reading something where it's gonna be like Nintendo trying to cover their months. Then the next month is this. Then the next month is Pokemon. Then the next month is not trying to release their big games at once like they used to.
Yeah, but
Okay, I guess I can see that.
maybe
I
I
don't
the
know if
guess
that's
audience
true.
though. I don't
I don't
know.
know
Like,
either. It just seems like why would it? I mean, if you put it like that, it makes sense because I don't understand why you would wait till a month after instead of just doing it right when at the peak of the hype. Like
yeah, I don't get it either.
anything could have happened. People could have got their switches and been like, "Yo, this kind of sucks," and then now they don't even want to get Donkey Kong. Like, and you just missed out. Like you could have got everybody on that initial hype, and then the way GameStop was trying to sell people up so hard on every single thing involving the Switch 2, like it was just gonna be so scarce. Which spoilers is not. Like Switches
No,
are available everywhere, and so
thank
are
God.
accessories, and so are games. Like so,
But you got to think of like Rockstar Games, okay? Because I can kind of get to see this point. Rockstar releases GTA on November 26th, and they release Red Dead on November 26th. You got to pick one because everybody don't got that
yeah,
money to get both. And those like hundred
especially not
hour
nowadays.
games, you
Oh
know.
yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't know, but it's like I don't know, man. It just seemed like it should have been a launch game so you could have like more than just literally the one game.
I
And I
agree.
get people been waiting on a new Mario Kart for what 10 years or something like crazy amount of time. But I don't know. Especially the way I seen people like grabbing shit, people would have grabbed that Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
They would have just grabbed them both. Like the way I seen people as I've been going through my whole pre-order process and going up to GameStop and shit. And I've been seeing a lot people grabbing a lot of stuff. So
I
I
got
think it would have sold.
a question for y'all that was brought up on another podcast I was watching, and this is gonna make it in this episode and another episode. It's coming out of left field for y'all, but
Mhm.
the gaming industry as far as like development time. We seeing GTA take all this time. BJ just said Mario Kart. Now they make a Marvel movie spending 300 some $1 million. It don't take that long. Are we doomed? Are us as gamers doomed? This is how the question was presented as far as the game industry and development time. Like, how can you take Marvel when you got to get Robert Downey and Chris Evans and all these fools together, and it's done. It may not be done quick, but it's done longer than 10, 12, 15 years. Like some of these games. What do you think about development times? Like, are we in trouble with all these long development times between games?
I feel like it's like
No,
apples to oranges. Like what it takes to develop a game is very different than what it takes to make a movie. I
absolutely.
think right, like the movie budget. I think especially with like Marvel movies, if you want to take your AAA games versus like your like blockbuster hits and make that comparison. I think the budget is still like way higher on the like movies than they are
Oh
the
yeah,
game
of
itself,
course.
right? So I mean, in some ways, money talks. You're gonna have that's gonna bring in the people. That's gonna compress the timeline a bit. That's how it's gonna get people excited. With development, I mean, you got to get it right. Like, I feel like with movies, you don't necessarily have to get it right the first time. It's like, oh, we can always make a sequel, or like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like with games, you have to get it right, or else you're gonna lose interest right away, and people are not gonna buy the product. So, but I don't I don't think it'll hurt the industry, but I think again, especially with GTA, everybody's anticipating it. It's still gonna sell, but as long as it's not gonna. You definitely don't want something like GTA to be a flop, especially something so highly anticipated. So I don't think it'll affect. I mean, it affected the gaming industry in terms of like, hey, your profits are getting shifted, but other than that, like, it's take your time. If anything, we want you to take your time.
BJ? Caroline,
Um,
I'm gonna come back on with you on something, but I want to hear BJ
Yeah,
first.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I definitely agree with Caroline that I feel like it's two totally different things. Especially like you say, you get a Marvel movie, you got to get your Chris Hemsworth, your Robert Downey Jr. But they've been doing this right, and like they get in there, they probably get a lot of them scenes done on the first take, right? They get in there and they
Yeah,
do it, they
I
get off.
wouldn't say that. I don't know, but I don't think that's happening.
Some of them getting that shit done. Come on, bro. Robert Downey's been playing. Was playing Iron Man for how many years?
I mean, anybody can say you supposed to say, "Oh shit," and then you like stumble. I mean, that happens every day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying they're doing everything on the first take, but there's definitely like some scenes where it's like, okay, we don't have to keep like doing it. The
Yeah,
thing, and
yeah,
I'm not a master like coder or anything, but that's the thing, and I don't know how this in turn turns into a game taking 10 plus years to come out. Like, I mean, that does seem maybe a little ridiculous, no matter what it is you have to do. But like especially with coding, like it's so much like there's so many like little intricacies and like you will go in, you'll discover a bug, you'll go in to try to fix a bug, and then the fix to that bug creates 20 more bugs. And that's just how it works. Like, so, it probably takes a long time to like go through all this stuff. Um between the coding part, which I'm sure takes a while, then these games are getting bigger and bigger every day. Like these worlds are becoming more vast. There's so many more open world games and everything. Like, so that's a lot of just I don't know, like just making it, like creating it. I don't understand how it takes 10 years because that's a long time. Like you would think
yeah.
in that
Some
amount of
take
time,
more.
like or maybe they are. And there's also I guess they also have to work on other games. I'm sure the Mario Kart developers were how many other games did they make between
Well,
these
usually you
Mario
get like
Karts?
a
Like,
team. You got a team at Bethesda who you take this pocket, they go work on this, and then our other people going to
yeah.
work on this. Usually it takes like a little team.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that it's terrible. And there's still some games that, like you see, Black Ops 6 just came out, and Black Ops 7 is coming right out a year later,
Well,
like
Call
or
of
two
Duty
years
comes out
later.
every year, so I mean, heck,
Exactly. So I mean, there's still games that come out yearly. There's still a sports game every year.
But
Um,
to attack that point because I can't think of the word I'm using. Want to use? Some people say those aren't the best games. The 2Ks, the Maddens, the Call of Duties.
and they're not, but there's still people buying them up and playing the heck out of them every single year. So they're scratching that itch for somebody.
I mean
Um,
that's relative, like if they're not the best games, but like there's still a market for them. There's still people playing those games every year and they want a new game every year.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
I
nobody.
agree.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think that is a like sign of like doom. Like again, like she said, if anything, we want you guys to take as much time as you can to give us a complete game that we don't have to worry about it being completely bugged out on day
Glitchy.
one. Like go ahead and fix that stuff. And that makes me think too. Like I
We
don't
don't want
know
another Concord. So you have to make a Concord joke, right?
how long did yeah. I mean, how long did I don't know how long they worked on
I mean,
Concord
looking
for,
at
but
it right now, just to because I agree with the people I listen to. It shouldn't be. We can say they're two different norms, but they paying them people, Robert Downey, Chris Evans, a lot of money to get this stuff right. In Avengers, they not coming out every year. They still taking a bit of time. And when I'm looking at this right now, Super Mario Brothers came out in 1983. Super Mario's came out in 1984. Super Mario Brothers 2, 85. Super Mario Brothers 3. Sorry. Super Mario Brothers 2 and 3 both came out in 88. How are we getting so now I'm gonna school it up and past Galaxy and all this stuff. We got Super Mario Brothers. Where is that at?
Yeah, but there are no voice
Odyssey.
actors back in the day. For those games, now you're adding so like when games nowadays
10,
you have so much
10,
more.
12 years?
Possibly. I don't know.
I don't know.
You
Just
still
just
have
that
the beta testers too. There's always beta testing.
it
we
does
got
seem like nothing should take that long. But
not that
I don't
long.
know.
Like not that long.
I'm not. I don't know all the intricacies of it to even like know how it all goes into it. But that just does seem like an excessive amount of time.
Like Super Mario Odyssey, because everyone was hoping people were disappointed about Mario not coming for the Switch 2 release. Super Mario Odyssey was in 2017. That's a long
Oh, that's
time,
8 years.
man.
That's 8 years.
That's
Coming up, yeah.
it don't really bother me as much like the Odyssey part, but I can see where these people are like, why are these games taking so long? They were talking about specifically The Witcher, and I did pull it up. The Witcher. When was the last Witcher? The Witcher 3 came out in 2015. The Witcher 4 may not be until 2027.
Oh, 12 years.
That's a long time.
That is a long time.
That's a long time. So I don't know. I'm not, like BJ said, I'm no expert at all. These were people who've been playing games and in the game industry a lot longer than all of us combined. So just listening to them, and this was another time that they have talked about the gaming industry being in trouble as far as release times, delays
It's
and
not
all that
like
stuff.
yeah, but it's not like The Witcher's the only game that you're playing, Like there are other games to fill your time in in those 12 years, right?
Yeah. But some people like D-Lo really like Pokemon. So if he got to wait 12 years between I don't know if I sent y'all this video. Maybe I sent it to BJ, maybe not you, Caroline. But it was saying it was these two guys talking, and they said if you only play Madden, Call of Duty, or 2K, don't call yourself a gamer. Which I personally agree with as someone who used to play those games. Like you have to play a repertoire of games to be called a gamer. But some people only play one type of game, so they gotta wait 12 years for that one game. They might be a little upset. I don't know. It's a long time, but I'm not making them, so I can't really complain. So.
Right.
I feel like it's
I don't
them.
know.
I was like, I feel like it's a them problem at this point. It's like, well, you know what? That's
I'm
what
just saying,
happens
if
when
you
you don't
take that-
expand your repertoire.
I mean, look at it again. GTA. How long has it been, and they still had to delay it? Like they
15
still
years,
had to
something
delay
like
it. I feel
And
like
I
that's a perfect example.
Well, with people like them, I understand they trying to make the most perfect, best open world, boom, boom, boom. Like I can expect that from them. Some of these other games, I've never played The Witcher, so I don't know. But some of these Mario Kart, I don't think it's take that long. But what do I know? I don't know. I'm just a gamer, so it's not really bothering me. But these experts and these other people who do this seem to think that it could be a problem with 12, 15-year development cycles. So, Gears of War. I've been waiting for another Gears of War. It used to come out boom, 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 boom. Now it's starting to get. It used to be like this, and now it's starting to get like this, which is disappointing to me as somebody who really wants to play it. Because I don't want to play the same game for too long. I don't want to play Gears of War 5 for 12 years personally. That's why Gears of War 5 doesn't have a player base anymore. Like you used to get a game, all right, God of War comes out, now God of War 2, now God of War 3. But it don't work like that no more. So it's all good. I'm still gonna play games. It ain't hurting me. I'm still gonna play. So still gonna play. Let's get it. No backstory today. Just jumping straight into it. No blah 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 blah. Just jumping straight into it, man. So y'all get going whenever y'all ready. Ask away. And we did. BJ got on the last question last episode. He got it all by himself.
Oh, nice! Congratulations.
Tons of hours in. He got it at the end.
What was it? Sorry, I haven't had a chance to.
What was it?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only tailored to you too.
Yeah.
I went on his Steam list and looked. I said, "What games does fool play?" And I was like, "Okay." And then that was there. So
That's awesome.
it says something like he had played 800 hours or something. So I was like, "Okay." And then he got it on the last question. So,
all right, is this game part of a series?
no.
Okay.
This game
alone.
did the game come out after 2000?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I kind of like going with that first.
Okay.
Just to see. I feel like we've been getting newer games a lot recently. I feel like it's been a minute since we had. Well, I guess Puzzle League was kind of a classic.
Yeah. Let's do it.
My bad. I can't. Did you say it was part of a series or not? You just
No.
said
No.
Not part of a series. And after 2000.
Yes.
Did it come out after 2010?
Hold on.
Let me rephrase it. 2010 or after, like including 2010.
What the hell is this? Yeah. Yes. You said did it come out after 2010?
2010 or after?
Or after?
Yeah.
No.
No. Okay.
Did Caroline, my fault because I personally did not know this. Yes, it's a part of a series.
Okay.
So it's a part of a series. Came out after 2000. Did not come out after 2010
so
or
between
after.
2000 and 2010. So that's like what, like GameCube,
Right.
GameCube, and like what, Xbox 360 probably.
Nintendo 64, like late Nintendo 64.
It would be late,
Late
very late.
Nintendo
Yeah.
64.
Is
Are
this
we?
an exclusive?
Yes. Hold on, let me make sure. I believe so, but yes,
Oh,
it is. It is.
okay.
So probably Nintendo.
Back then we had it. Back then we had exclusive.
Real exclusives. Is this on the GameCube?
Yes.
Okay.
Exclusive to GameCube. It's part of a series.
All right. So we got a GameCube game. Is this a fighting or RPG game?
No.
Okay. So no fighting game, no RPG game. So it's not Melee or none of that.
No.
Melee.
Was the main character featured in Smash Bros. Melee as a playable character?
Yes, the main character, I believe. Yes, pretty sure.
Like as a playable character?
It's a playable
Yep.
character.
Just that playable. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
because I remember we
All
did
right.
it before where it was like just in it.
That's
So
why I
that
said
narrows it
playable.
down.
And there it is. So
We know it's not an
Yeah.
Does
RPG.
it?
A little bit.
It
I mean,
narrowed-
if
it
they're a
narrowed it
playable
down.
character in Melee, then yeah, for sure.
Was Fire Emblem considered an RPG? Oh, maybe just
I would consider it like strategy.
strategy.
For real. I mean, it probably is considered, or like it has RPG elements at least,
Mhm.
but I would consider it more of like a strategy game. But it could be like strategy RPG or something. So I don't know, like if any of that would count.
The
But
thing
yeah,
with
so I mean,
Fire
if it's
Emblem,
in, if it's a character in Melee and also not an RPG, I mean, that kind of knocks out a lot of characters.
so it's not probably not Fire Emblem, which is great because I don't know the name of the Fire Emblem title.
I mean, I know the one on GameCube. I think there's only one on GameCube.
Y'all at 7.
Yeah.
7
So
questions.
let's just list our characters. It's
I like that it's a playable character because like now it like narrows it down to
a
just
lot.
only so many characters, right?
I know. So there's
Uh,
Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, Yoshi.
so I said fighting.
I know naming all the characters. There's a lot of characters on there.
Characters in Melee.
Yeah, that's the shit. That's got the second least amount of characters. So
I wonder how many.
He
the only
questioned
one
if
that
it
got
was
less
in
is the
series.
first one.
I was like, he questioned if it wasn't a series.
So I mean, it could be Mario. 'Cause that's like platformer.
I
Technically.
know, but he questioned it though. That's why I'm saying I don't want to say the obvious ones because he wasn't sure if it wasn't a series, and he had to check that it wasn't a series. That's why I'm saying
So it can't be Mario. So you don't think it's Mario?
I can't. I don't think it's Mario. I don't think it's Donkey Kong or Kirby or
I mean,
Zelda.
I don't know what the Ice Climbers game is called, but
And with
Does
this
it
one,
come
just so we okay with this one, I'm not be from now on since Marvel Alliance. Like if I know what y'all talking about, y'all get it.
all right.
Because I don't know if y'all gonna get the name of the game. So
Sorry,
Uh,
was Earthbound an RPG?
Who?
Earthbound was an RPG. Earthbound.
yeah, Earthbound definitely
Earthbound was an
RPG.
RPG. And he said it's not an RPG.
Yeah,
this thing got 26 characters, y'all.
yeah, Earthbound, just like straight up traditional type RPG. Like, yeah, it got 26 characters, but we could narrow out at least 12 of them.
Ganondorf, Zelda.
Yeah, no,
Sheep.
no
Link, none of
Zelda,
them.
none of them. Uh,
Mr. Game and Watch.
it could be
Mr.
what's it
Game
called?
and Watch.
I mean, well, that's kind of super old. I feel like that would be old.
That's really old.
Is this I don't know. I have a question. I'm just debating on how I want to word it to where it makes more sense, or where I could get the most information out of one question, rather. Uh, do you like spend like most of the time in some, like when I say vehicle, like I don't necessarily mean a car, but just any kind of like vehicle of any sort?
No.
Okay. I'm
Oh,
thinking
you're
about like
talking like
F-Zero
F-Zero.
or even like Star Fox. Um,
Are the main characters humanoid?
I would say yes, in my opinion.
They're humanoid. Maybe it's Ice Climbers. I don't know.
yeah, I have no idea what the name of whatever game that they were in. I have no idea what it's called.
Was there an Ice Climber game in the GameCube?
Maybe. I don't even know. That's an even better question.
Because that was definitely an older game. Um,
Um,
are there Ice Climbers in the game?
No.
Oh, okay. So it's not Ice Climbers. Well, at least we can get away from that.
I mean, I always have the one. I feel like it'll never be this game because anytime we get on GameCube, I'm always gonna think of the Billy Hatcher game. So I think Dre knows that, and I don't think that it will be that because of that reason. But I mean, you never know, though, right? You never know.
Y'all just hit 10, by the way. 10.
Um,
I wonder if it's a Pokemon game. Like, I know Pokemon Trainer wasn't in Melee, but Pokemon were in there. I don't know.
yeah, I mean, you had Mewtwo on there, and Pikachu, and Pichu.
And your main character is human,
Yeah, technically,
technically.
it could be like I don't know if Pokemon Coliseum is considered RPG or not. I feel like it would be,
It's,
but I don't really know. Sometimes we get the semantics with it.
mm,
Uh,
do you want to narrow? Do you want to narrow the genre still?
what did I say? I said RP. I only ever said fighting in RPG is all I ever said. So
And he said no.
right. So I
What are
don't
you
know.
missing?
I feel like we kind of dang near went through. Um,
Oh, maybe. Is it a Metroid game?
No.
Damn it.
yeah, that thought also kind of crossed my mind. Um, I mean, we gotta get it. If it's anybody that's in Melee, like we have to get
I
it.
feel
I
like
feel
I
like
need
we
to
kind
write
of
this
dang near
down.
covered every character. Like what character in Melee would fall into any category that
Write
we?
it down. Like, I want to, like, let's see.
Y'all are at 11. Y'all still got questions, so.
Got 10 questions.
All right.
I feel like Game and Watch was I just don't know. I don't think there's any Game and Watch type thing on the GameCube. But Billy Hatcher wouldn't even be in Melee. Now that I think
No.
about it, he would not be in Melee at all. You got the 2 Star Fox characters. You got
Yeah,
2
that's
Fire
cool,
Emblem
buddy.
characters. Is it
Caroline
a
Lake out.
strategy? Is it a strategy game?
No.
That's a Brian more.
She bringing out the pen and paper. I don't know about all that.
Because see, I'm writing down like the different characters coming out of my head. Game and Watch. Oh, Ness. But it's not an Earthbound game.
Do we ask if it was a Pokemon game?
We did not. But we can.
Is it a Pokemon game?
No.
Now I'm drawing a blank.
I feel like we done went over every type of character that you could have in Melee. Like that's playable. Like what random character could I be missing?
Is it an Earthbound game?
No.
That's a good.
We're just gonna go through all the Is
Just
it,
got your little jet going through all the.
I don't know. Like, is it Kirby? Like, I don't know.
There's no humanoids in that in Kirby. It's definitely a series.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't
Sure, I think
consider
Kirby.
that humanoid. For certainly not. Yeah, I mean Samus. So you got 2 Fire Emblems. You got Samus. You got
Right.
Pikachu. You got Pichu. You got Mewtwo. You got Link, Zelda,
Silva, Ganondorf,
Ganondorf,
Falco, Fox, Falcon,
Falco,
Kirby.
Fox.
Meta Knight. Meta Knight wasn't that game, right?
No, that was Brawl.
That was Bright. Oh, okay.
Yep. Yep, Meta Knight was introduced in Brawl.
Jesus. Mario, Luigi. We're missing Peach. Peach.
Donkey Kong.
Climbers. Donkey Kong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I have 19 characters listed. What am I missing?
14 right now.
Mario, Luigi, Zelda, Sheik, Link, Ganondorf, Samus, Pikachu, Mewtwo, Roy, Marth, Game & Watch, Ness, Ice Climbers, Kirby, Falcon, Fox, Falco, Peach, Donkey Kong, Jiggly.
Young Link. But I guess that doesn't. I mean, that's basically Link, but that is a character in
Yeah.
the game, technically.
Young Link.
Yeah, this is a tough one, man. I feel like it should have been easier. It's something that we overlooking. I feel like.
100%. Maybe it's Game & Watch.
I mean, I guess that's kind of humanoid, and I wouldn't know.
Humanoid.
Just because I don't know of a Game & Watch game, that don't mean it doesn't exist.
Give up?
No.
I don't want to.
I don't hear no questions. That's all. That's why I'm asking. I mean,
Is this a platformer game?
No. That's 15.
And that's not Game & Watch. Appreciate
Yeah,
Game &
not
Watch.
Mario, not Luigi, not Game & Watch.
Or Kirby.
Not Pokemon. Not Pokemon.
We already asked if it was a Pokemon game, right?
I don't know. I don't think it is though.
Oh, did it?
It's not Pokemon. It's not Earthbound.
It's not
I mean, we know it's not Zelda. Shit. Between 2000 and 2010 on the GameCube.
The Cubic Cube is my favorite console. Which means anything to this conversation, but it's just my favorite console.
Man. You got any ideas?
Nope, I got out of ideas. And my list is.
It's somebody that's not on that list that can't think of
we overlook that we can't. Probably don't play them a lot.
It's just all the genres that's blowing my mind. That it's not any of these genres.
Let's try to narrow it down.
Shoot, I don't know what the genres I got left. Because what I already mentioned. What is it? I already mentioned.
Mentioned if it's an RPG, it's not. It's not a platformer. Is it a shooter? Is it a shooter game?
It is not.
Okay.
Remember that one time we looked at those lists, there was like 30 genres. So Spirit,
Right.
You know, stuff I didn't even know about.
Yeah, I'm running out of ideas. It's not a platform, not a shooter.
And I could call it there if y'all want me to. Y'all, the
It's
16.
not an RPG. Did we ask if it was a Fire Emblem game? Did we? Sorry.
I asked if it was a strategy game for whatever that's worth.
And he said no.
As far as I know, there's only the one final Fire Emblem game on GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know.
And he said no, it's a strategy game. Oh, it's not a fighting game.
I'm trying to think of what characters that were missing. Like, I haven't played Melee in so long.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, Lucas was not until Brawl.
No, that's Brawl.
Yeah. Oh boy. I don't know.
Y'all give up or?
I mean, is it a Fire Emblem game?
No.
Yeah, might as well ask.
Might as well ask.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Use the question.
Oh,
No,
have we
not.
mentioned this at all on the podcast?
No.
Okay. Gotta at least get that question out there also.
Yeah, definitely gotta get that.
Two questions and a guess if you have one.
I am stumped. I'm actually very stumped right now.
I am also kind of stumped.
Y'all calling it? I don't wanna.
We've never called it before. We've never called it.
You sure this person's playable in Smash Melee?
That's what I'm questioning too.
I feel like we covered over everything that potentially could have been.
Is it
Caroline, I think y'all called it one time.
We did? Okay. Yeah. Is it a puzzle game?
No.
Okay. I can't even get this genre right. I just want to get a
That's
genre.
what I'm saying. Like, we can't even get a genre. I really feel like we covered everything. Is this a racing game?
No.
How many questions we got left?
0.
We're done.
0? Oh shit. Well, what's our random game that we're gonna guess?
I mean, if we had a genre, it'd be one thing.
It must be something that we was missing.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to guess something. I don't know. So on the GameCube, is this I
don't know. Oh, Yoshi. It's Yoshi's Story. Or
I don't know what GameCube game Yoshi had, but if you know,
I do know Yoshi's Story wasn't Super Nintendo. There is a Yoshi Story, and I think Baby Mario is part of it.
Yeah, because he
it's a platformer though. It's a platform game.
For sure. That's what I'm saying. Like, we didn't cover every genre of every character in Melee. Like, I just don't know what it could be. I guess we could get. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be that though, because especially considering
I just feel like it's.
Is this? I don't even know a Star Fox game on the GameCube. I mean, I could just make a guess if we don't, just to say something. If you want.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Is this Fire Emblem Path of Radiance?
It is not. It is not. It is not.
What
you guys missed one of the most important genres. We did mention this person on the podcast.
It's not the game.
Blank is a 2005 sports video game developed by Namco and published by Nintendo for the GameCube. It is a game that I happen to be very, very good in against my siblings. I only lost one time. My record was 32-1. Back then when me and my siblings used to play. It is Mario Superstar Baseball. Y'all just skipped over Mario, man.
Baseball. I would have never guessed baseball. I would not. Well, I didn't think of the Mario sports games, so that's why.
This thing skipped over. So we just I thought Caroline may have seen it.
No.
Me and Dana just came from the Tigers game. And I thought that I took off my Tiger shirt and everything because I'm like, this is gonna give it away. But when they were showing the screen, Mario Baseball come out. She's like, you should use that for the podcast. So
I never actually heard of this game.
Yeah, I didn't know there was 2 in the series. There's
Yeah.
one that came out way later. So, yeah, this was a very fun game that I
If
played.
I
with
would have
friends
guessed
and
sports,
family.
I would have guessed like tennis. I wouldn't even have thought.
I
About
would
it.
have been like Mario Tennis or like Mario
Yeah.
Golf.
But honestly,
But,
once
yeah, I would have guessed.
once we got off a platformer and all that, I didn't even think about any of the Mario sports games.
Yeah, I stopped thinking about Mario. Period.
Like I said, Mario. I'm like, all right, they're gonna keep going past them,
Yeah,
So,
nah, I forget that
That
he
was a
had
good game.
sports
I
games.
don't feel salty
For
anymore because
sure.
I've never heard of that game.
yeah,
The
it's a good.
baseball, I'm not super familiar with either.
Mhm.
And the reason I said the name because it's called Mario Superstar Baseball. So if y'all just said Mario Baseball, I'd be like, okay.
Okay, yeah,
I didn't know
Mario
they came up with.
baseball would have been the last one that I would have thought of.
Okay.
Like I know of
I just didn't even know there was a baseball game.
I know of the tennis and the soccer. I'm not familiar with the baseball.
The tennis, the soccer, the golf. You know the
Yeah.
golf too, right?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
the
there's
golf,
Mario
yeah,
Golf, Mario
not the
Strikers,
baseball.
Mario Tennis. Mario Tennis is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I have that on Switch.
yeah, no.
So Mario Superstar Baseball, a very good game from a past time. So I had another game picked, but when we went to the game, they showed that on a big screen. She's like, "You should use that," so that's why I used it. So
Okay.
the other game will be saved for next time. I personally thought that y'all were going to get it. I always come in like, are they going to get it or not? But you never heard. I figured y'all might. Mario Sports.
I didn't think I know Mario sports. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
Guess it's something to keep in mind.
Yep.
So for Caroline, DJ, and myself, also D'Lo and Johnny, we will see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.